Do naturals have to lift heavy? Do naturals have to do the big compound lifts in order to build that muscle mass? All right, I'm gonna cover this in this video. I get this question asked a lot, and actually, we do hear all the time that someone that is enhanced can get away with a lot of pump stuff, but someone that is natural need to lift heavy, need to push the weight, need to keep doing the compound lifts. I'll give you my take on it, my experience, my personal experience. I've been training naturally for over 13 years, but I do coach clients. And honestly, most of my clients are natural, right? I don't coach people that will step on stage, but mostly people that are just trying to build muscles. Most of the time, natural young dudes. All right. So personally, when I started working out, I wanted to be a power lifter. That was my goal, becoming a power lifter. So I was really focusing on getting that weight up on the bench. Sets of 3, 5. 5 reps was like a high set for me. All right, high reps. A lot of squats, a lot of deadlifts. A lot of deadlifts, a lot of the farmer walks, you know, those compound lifts where I was going heavy, but I was also loading my nervous system. And I gained a lot of muscle mass. I gained a lot of mass. I became super big for my age. I was 17, 18 years old, but people were easily thinking I was 25. I had those big forearms. I always had the genetics where it was easier for me to gain weight. All right, I could be fat in like few days if I want to, if I really eat whatever I want. So I have a good genetic to put on mass, but combining that with the heavy strength training and kind of overloading my nervous system with those big compound lifts, I really believe was a big factor of my gains right now. Even if I haven't touched heavy weights for over maybe 5-6 years. All right, last time I did a bench, 3-plate bench, more than 6 years ago. All right, I did it it was just a period that I hit 3 plates. It was just like few months maybe, but since then, I mean, I got injured, and then because I got injured, I had to change my training style. But then I was able to maintain. But I really believe it's because of the foundation that I built. So building that foundation with the big compound lifts, I believe it's crucial, and I believe you need a good 2-3 years, maybe even more, 3-4 years of hammering that nervous system with the big compound lifts. All right, if you're starting to train, you're a beginner and you're going to the gym and you're trying to train like bodybuilders and really going for that squeezing and stretching and the mind muscle connection and getting that rep to failure and focusing on feeling the lower lat while you're doing the one arm cable, that's not gonna get you anywhere. Build the foundation first. Someone that is enhanced can get away with that without the foundation. You're natural, build the foundation first. Start with the big lifts. Start with doing a lot of the barbell rows. The dumbbell rows, guys, I used to dumbbell row 120 for 20 reps. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I was doing it with my cousin. So we had the 120, and then I would do like 8. He would do 8, I would do 8, I would do 8, and the goal was like who's gonna get 20 faster. All right, I was just insanely strong. 225 pounds. I don't wanna lie, you know. I just can't remember, but I was easily doing 15 reps. I'm 20 years old. Believe it or not, I was very fat. I was overweight, but that was my goal, powerlifting. All right. First time I deadlifted, I had 3 plates each side. I went all the way up to 5 plates, no straps, not double over, but mixed grip, no straps, guys. It's all because of those lifts, all right? And I really believe it helped me build that mass that now I can maintain just by doing the pump stuff. If you're a beginner, you're natural, don't start with the pump stuff. Don't start by thinking, oh, I gotta get the 12 reps and then get that muscle to failure and do more of a pump stuff and the mind-muscle connection. The mind-muscle connection won't do much for you, especially if you're a hard gainer, Get started with the big lifts. Look at the football players. They can squat crazy amount of weight. Look at their legs. Look at their quads. They're barely doing any of those leg extension with the hold and the getting it to failure and the 3-second negative. That will come useful later. But start the first few years, the compound lifts, and program your training with one big compound lift every single workout. Let's say you can do one big day of bench, one day a big day of overhead press, one day a big day of deadlift, one day a big day of squat. Let's say that's 4 workouts. That was actually my workout. Exactly. And I would finish with accessories. So I would spend like literally an hour on the bench and then finish with some flies, pec deck flies or cable crossover or whatever, or some incline presses. But 90% of my workout was done on the bench press. All right, and I would pyramid the weights and play with the rep range. Same thing with the squat, same thing with the deadlift. Use those to build the foundation, and then after that foundation is built, the reward risk ratio just won't be worth it, because you would have gotten the most out of it in the first few years. Now, me going heavy is not gonna give me as much. It will give me, but not as much as the risk. All right, you get what I mean? Because now I can still train with the pump style, getting that muscle to failure, and the results will be relatively the same. I still believe that pushing heavy on the compound lifts will give me a bit more results, but the overtaxation of the nervous system and all the risk that comes with it, for me at my stage, not worth it, because I got most of my gains naturally. Maybe I'll get, I don't know, 10 pounds more in my lifetime as a natural athlete, but that's pretty much it. All right, I'm 158. All right, I'm 8 weeks out, 158, 5'7". People think that as a natural you'll be 200 pounds stepping on stage. At 5'7", keep dreaming. The other day a guy is like, bro, you're so light. I'm like, well, you think you're heavy, but once you start cutting down and you shed that extra layer of fat, trust me, you don't have as much muscles as you think. All right, so that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you liked it. See you soon. Ciao.